Please be seated. We are very honored to have you here with us, and I would like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Pamela Moses, Honorable Simon Steele, Baroness Howells of St. David's, Mr. Stephen Fromm, Principal Officer of the United States Embassy, His Excellency Dr. Zhao Yongchen, Ambassador Extraordinaire, Embassy of the People's Republic of China. My name is Andrea Easter-Pilcher, and I am the Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences here at St. George's University. I extend a warm welcome to you and congratulations to our 2018 graduating class. Woohoo! Today, degrees will be conferred to the classes of December 2017 and May 2018 in the School of Arts and Sciences, Graduate Studies, and Medicine. Please remember to switch your mobile devices off during the ceremony. Please stand for the national anthem of Grenada, which will be sung by Mrs. Arlena Blackman-Mark. Woohoo! A psychology major and a graduate from the School of Arts and Sciences.
Hail, Grenada, land of ours, we pledge ourselves to thee. Heads, hearts, and hands in unity to reach our destiny. Ever conscious of God, being proud of our heritage, may we with faith and courage aspire and advance as one people, one family. God bless our nation.
Thank you, Mrs. Blackman-Mark. That was beautiful. Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Reverend James.
Let us pray. Creator and sustainer, giver of life and intellect, we adore you. Today we gather here with gratitude and gratefulness as we celebrate, congratulate, and give thanks for all our graduates. We thank you. In a special way, we thank you for leading them in their learning, in their living, and for keeping them safe as they studied and during their recreation. Thank you for watching over them, especially during moments of discouragements, disillusions, and distractions. We thank you for the families and friends for supporting them financially, morally, and otherwise. We also thank you for walking through the St. George's University, its administrators, faculty, staff, especially its Chancellor, Dr. Charles Modica, its President, Dr. Richard Oles, Vice Provost, Associate Provost, Deans, associate and assistant deans, lecturers, and such academics. But as we come here this afternoon, we thank you especially for our keynote speaker for this ceremony, Governor Mr. Timothy Antwine, even as he speak to the graduates. Yet as we gather here, we remember persons from this community, St. George's University, who may have labored in love, but have now passed. We take this moment of silence to just honor them. And now, as the ceremony continues, I ask on behalf of those gathered here that you will indeed bless these proceedings and the people who are here. Amen and amen.
Please be seated. Reverend James, thank you for your blessing and for being with us here today. Sitting behind me on the stage are our dais members. In front of me, our dignitaries, family and friends, faculty and staff, and most importantly, our graduands. Please allow me to introduce the dais party to you. From your left, Dr. Satish Badesi, Assistant Dean, School of Graduate Studies. Dr. Antonia McDonald, Associate Dean, School of Graduate Studies and Grand Marshal. Dr. Neil Olson, Dean of the School of Veterinary Medicine. Dr. Callum McPherson, Vice Provost, International Program Development and Dean, School of Graduate Studies. Governor Timothy Antwine, our distinguished commencement speaker. Dr. G. Richard Olds, President of St. George's University. Dr. C.V. Rao, Dean of Students. Mr. Brendan Lagrenade, Vice Provost for Institutional Advancement. Dr. Lucy Eugene, Associate Provost for Faculty and Administrative Affairs. Dr. Doland Noel, Associate Dean, Clinical Studies, School of Medicine. Dr. Walter Kolbinger, Assistant Dean of Basic Sciences, School of Medicine, and the Reverend Vonnie James, Acting Chair of the Grenada Conference of Churches. It is now my pleasure to invite to the podium the President of St. George's University, Dr. G. Richard Olds.
Well, it is my task to welcome you and to start by congratulating the graduating class of 2018. One of the things that people in my position have been to many graduations. Some of you know that my father was a college president, and so from a very young age, every year I went to a graduation since I think about the 4th grade. So I've been to about 60 graduations, and my father gave me a little bit of wisdom. He said, no one there in the audience really wants to hear what you're talking about. They want to see their graduate. So his advice was, make 3 short points and leave them with one comment that they perhaps will remember longer than today. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make 3 short comments. One about how you got here today, one about the school you're graduating from, and the third point about your life after graduation. And I'll leave you with a quote that I hope you'll remember tomorrow. Let's start at the beginning. Who helped you get here? Now, perhaps you have to be a parent to realize that as excited as you as graduates are about this tremendous accomplishment that you have made, I can assure you that the family and friends in the back of the room are very much more gratified by those events and are very, very proud of you as graduates. So I would like you, the class of 18, to turn around and give a hand to your family and friends that got you here today. The second group that I want to comment on is that you probably didn't get to hear in graduation all by yourself at the university. Now, I've been on the faculty of about 7 universities in the United States, and I can tell you the distinguishing feature of St. George's University is its dedication to student success. Your faculty, your staff, the members of DES all work with the singular idea that every student that joins our student body should have the maximal chance of succeeding and ultimately graduating that we're celebrating in this commencement today. So I would like the faculty and staff of St. George's University to stand briefly. Let's give them a hand for all the hard work they did to help you graduate. My second point is about today, your graduation day. Now, I can assure you this is a day that you'll remember. You won't remember what I said, but you'll remember this day. Most people in the audience that have graduated remember their commencement day fondly as an important milestone in their lives. The end of a very rigorous and hard work in your pursuit of your various degrees, and then starting today, the first day of the rest of your life. Beginning your careers, your life beyond the academic world. And what I would like you to remember about this day is that we have become part of your family as well. We're just as proud of you as your own family is, and we would like you to return to our campus and help other students that will follow you on their course and on their dreams in the future. You will join an alumni group of 17,000 graduates of St. George's University. And since many of you are from the island of Grenada, you'll have no excuse not to come back and tell us about all the wonderful things that you're doing with your life. And so let me welcome you back to the university in your future endeavors. The last point is to try to say something about your life after graduation. Now, life after graduation will be filled with many triumphs and hardships and various things that you'll do from a personal standpoint. But I would like to suggest that in addition to those personal benchmarks and milestones, that we all need to work on making this a better world. I'm going to tell you a brief story in my own background that I still remember from a graduation 54 years ago. Now, I mentioned that my father was a college president, and he was president of a small college in western Massachusetts. And I remember the day before commencement, our commencement speaker came and stayed at our house. And our commencement speaker that day was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I had a very privilege to meet him at 13 years of age. And I still remember his commencement speech. Now, most of you are far too young to remember 1964, but it was a time of great turmoil in the world. It was a time when the fight for equal rights was burning. We were deeply engaged in the Vietnam War, and our country was deeply divided in a variety of issues. And Dr. King's thesis that day was that each of you in the audience needed to do something to make this a better, more peaceful, more equitable world. And that message is just as relevant today, 54 years later. As we in this can say, we have come a long way since 1964, but I think we can equally say we have a long way to go. So let me end with a quotation that Dr. King ended that commencement with that I hope you'll remember longer than today. His last words in that commencement address was, "It's always the right time to do the right thing." Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, President Olds. It is now my pleasure to invite to the podium the Dean of the School of Graduate Studies, Dr. Callum McPherson.
Thank you, Deanie Stapilcha, Governor Antwine, Baroness Howells of St. David, Minister Simon Steele, President Olds, other distinguished guests, and members of the dais, faculty, staff, family, and friends, and most of all, our graduands. As the Dean of the School of Graduate Studies, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker for 2018, Governor Timothy Antwine. And I'm going to break here with the introduction because as I came in, I was fortunate enough to meet Governor Antwine's mother and father. And I'd like to ask them to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you. And I know Governor Antwine's wife and children are also here, behaving themselves impeccably. Governor Antwine was born and grew up in Grenada. He attended the Grenada Boys Secondary School and went on to, there's a few graduates here, and then went on to what is now known as the T.A. Marichaux Community College, before leaving for the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus in Barbados, where he obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in economics with management. He then received a scholarship from the government of Grenada, funded by the World Bank, to go and pursue a master's degree at the London School of Economics. His master's was in social policy and development in developing countries. And after he completed his master's, he returned to Grenada, and for the next 22 years, he served with great distinction the government of Grenada, 14 of which were as the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance. He also served the wider OECS and Caribbean by serving on a number of influential and important committees, many of which he chaired. Far too long a list for me to go through here today. In recognition of his contributions to Grenada, he was awarded the Order of the Grenada Gold Medal for Excellence in 2016. In the same year, he was appointed only the third governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank in 2016, a post that he holds today. He is a superb administrator, and he is wonderful, fortunately for us, at economics and development. His success will benefit all of us. Please welcome our commencement speaker for 2018, Governor Timothy Antwine.
Thank you. Thank you. Chancellor Modica in absentia, members of the Deist Party, I want to also recognize our ministers, Baroness Howells, other distinguished guests, faculty, family and friends of our graduates, but the most important people this afternoon, the graduating class of 2018. I wanted to check to see if they're in the building. The graduating class of 2018. I can confirm they have checked in. They're here. And all accounted for. Wonderful. I thank St. George's University for the honor of being its 2018 commencement speaker and for their kind invitation so to do. Needless to say, I am thrilled to be home. Graduates, let's be honest. How many of you wondered if you would finish this program? You had your fears. You had your cares. And some of you even shed some tears. What if I fail? How would I balance work, family, and study? Yet, you overcame. You prevailed. You did it. Touch your neighbor and say, you did it. Graduates, I want you to savor this moment. You know why? Because the next time you feel doubtful or despondent about a particular challenge in life, and let's face it, challenges will come. You need to remember what you've been through. And you need to remember you have to go through to get through. And you have. Savor the moment. No doubt you worked hard and you deserve much credit. But truth be told, many of you would readily acknowledge that you could not reach this milestone without help. A lot of help. From family, faculty, friends, peers, and in some cases, employers. And for those of us who are people of faith, you would readily agree, but for God, you simply would not be here today. Oh, I have a witness in this place. So President Oles already asked you to acknowledge, but I want you to again acknowledge all those who helped you along the way with a round of applause. I'm especially grateful to all the mothers in the house, including my own mother and my wife and mother of our two daughters, both of whom are here today. So since tomorrow is Mother's Day, I want to extend a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers here present. As the premier offshore medical school in the world, St. George's University delivers world-class education and has a well-earned global reputation. For me, and indeed many Grenadians, home and abroad, this university is a source of immense pride. When I speak of Grenada in the United States of America, I often point to the fact that this university has trained 1 in every 100 doctors in the United States. What an amazing contribution. But having spoken to Chancellor Modica a couple days ago, I am now advised that that number is closer to 1 in 50. And in the New York and New Jersey area, it's 1 in 25. Wow. So while it would be improper to say that St. George's University has placed Grenada on the map, I think we can readily agree that it is certainly helping to locate Grenada on the map. The university can boast of an amazing diversity with a student body of almost 8,000, drawn from 101 countries around the world. Furthermore, the university's consistently high performance on the American boards is a standout. Beyond SGU's quality and diversity, I also hail its resiliency. Of course, the issue of resilience is top of mind in the aftermath of the brutal hurricane season that was 2017. Following the global financial crisis of 2007 to 2008, the Caribbean experienced the Great Recession from 2009 to 2012. Indeed, this was a brutal period for our economies. In 2010, mindful of SGU's significance to the Grenadian economy, I recommended to the Minister of Finance that we invite the Chancellor for a discussion on the prospects of SGU. Chancellor Modica readily accepted the invitation. On an arrival at our offices, he thanked us for the invitation to have a dialogue. The Minister then asked Chancellor, what are the prospects for SGU at this time? The Chancellor replied, Minister, I appreciate the question. To be sure, some of our potential applicants are adversely impacted. But he went on to say, I am not overly worried because for every seat in our medical program, we have 6.5 applications. We will be just fine. Now, I have to tell you, that was a revelation for the minister and myself. And without a doubt, we were both relieved. And the chancellor was right. During the Great Recession, St. George's University grew and demonstrated its resilience. Today, SGU accounts for nearly 20% of the Grenadian economy. Consequently, it is in our mutual interests, all of us, to protect and promote this iconic Grenadian institution. And we must continually pay tribute to Chancellor Modica for his vision and for his tenacity. The mantra of SGU is think beyond. So thinking beyond, I dream of a day when Grenada will not only offer world-class medical education, as SGU currently does, but world-class health services. And that those services will be accessible to all Grenadians, as well as residents and tourists. 41 years after the inception of SGU, this next frontier of medical tourism must now be pursued. It will take a public-private partnership, inclusive of government, and I see 2 ministers here, St. George's University, a major private hospital in the United States, among others. It will be good for the health of all our citizens, the health of the Grenadian economy, and the health of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. I urge all to make this dream a reality in the shortest possible time, and I stand ready to help. And now I wish to challenge the graduates. My daughter said to me, "Daddy, how long are you going to speak for?" I said, "Why?" She said, "I hope you keep it rather short." Now, naturally, no dad wants to disappoint his daughter, so I must keep this short. So let me challenge the graduates for the next few minutes before I conclude. A few months before his death in 1955, Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientists of all time, delivered this remarkable exhortation to a young man. This is what he said: "Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value." He is considered successful in our day if he gets more out of life than he puts in. However, a man of value will give more than he receives. In short, Einstein redefined success not as fame, fortune, and power, as is conventional wisdom, but as service to humanity. More than 60 years later, Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, one of the largest hedge funds in the world, had this to say in his 2018 annual letter to CEOs. And I quote, "Society is demanding that companies, both public and private, serve a social purpose. To prosper over time, every company must not only deliver financial performance, but also show how it makes a positive contribution to society." End of quote. In his book, Give and Take, A Revolutionary Approach to Success, Adam Grant, Wharton professor, identifies 3 types of people: takers, matchers, and givers. Takers, matchers, givers. Takers strive to get as much as possible from others. Matchers strive to get as much as they give. And givers strive to contribute as much as possible without expecting anything in return. Question: which type are you? Well, let's make this a little more granular. Could I see the hands of all the takers in the house? Oh, I'm just kidding. You see, in Grant's research, he found givers were generally more successful, derived more life satisfaction, and were considered more valuable than their peers. Graduates, I charge you today to become people of value. Serve humanity and max out your humanity. So how do I become a person of value is the next question. And on that note, I want to offer 3 suggestions before I conclude. Number 1, focus on service. About 12 years ago, I was at the World Bank and having lunch with a senior officer. And she asked me, Tim, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I paused briefly before replying. Back in the Caribbean, helping to find solutions to our problems. She looked at me, and I sensed she was not overly impressed with my response. I guess maybe I'm looking for something a bit more definitive. Perhaps a role, even a title. It appeared then that I lacked ambition. But truth be told, then as it is now, all I've ever wanted to do is serve. All I've ever wanted to do. 12 years later, that remains my ambition, and my passion remains to serve my country and my region. So how did service become a passion for me? It started with my life values, which are my top life values: faith, family, and service. Those are my top 3. And I ask you at this moment to pause. Everybody in this room, what are your top life values? Do you know them? If you don't, then chances are you are not living them. If you know them, you probably can't live them. So I ask you to think about those life values, write them down, and become intentional about living them out. I recall the words of Martin Luther King Jr. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. So before I move on, let me give you a heads up. Expect criticism. And not all criticism is bad. Now I have a very simple approach to criticism. It's this: truth or trash. If it is truth, then I embrace it, tough as it may be, and I become a better man and a better professional. If it is trash, I dump it and move on. I do not waste time. I do not get distracted. But you know what? Sometimes it's a little tricky because within the criticism is a mixture of lies, innuendos, and a grain of truth. And the skill is really to extract that grain of truth before discarding the rest. Very often we miss that point and we throw out everything. The skill is to extract that kernel, that grain of truth. Because if we're able to do that, we will be better for it. So I urge you to think about that as you focus on service. The second suggestion is develop a flexible skill set. At the World Economic Forum in Davos this year, Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, declared, and I quote, "The pace of change has never been this fast, yet it will never be this slow again." End of quote. In Financial Times Book of the Year, The Future of the Professions, page 114, it asserts, and I quote, "The working environment for professionals is in flux. For today's practitioners, to thrive, they will need to be willing to take on new skills and competencies. In particular, they will need to learn to communicate differently, to gain the mastery of the data in their disciplines, to establish new working relationships with their machines, and to diversify. More generally, there's a catch-all capability for tomorrow's professionals, which they need to embrace, and that is flexibility. Flexibility. American writer and futurist Alvin Toffler cautions, and I quote, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." Any illiterates in the house? I hope not. No, we don't have such. We have very bright, brilliant people here. But that's an important cautionary note. In Deloitte's Global Human Capital Trends 2017, it observes, and I quote, In the past, employees learned to gain skills for a career. Now the career itself is a journey of learning. End of quote. Against these findings, graduates, you must keep learning. Take responsibility for your skilling and reskilling. In 5 years' time or 10 years' time, some of your skills today will be obsolete. And if you're going to stay relevant, you are going to have to continue to reskill. May you stay not just forever young, but forever skilled. And remember, you cannot lead if you do not read. Remember that. The third and final suggestion is this. Face your fears. Face your fears. We all have our fears. You have yours, I have mine. The story is told of a spy who had been captured and sentenced to death by a general of the Persian army. As was a custom, the general offered this condemned spy a choice. He could either face the firing squad or he could go through a black door. The general asked, which shall it be, the firing squad or the black door? Now this was not an easy question, and the prisoner hesitated, but soon he made it known that he preferred the firing squad. Not long thereafter, a volley of shots rang out in the courtyard, announcing the grim sentence had been executed. The general stood silent and reflective, and an aide who stood near was curious, and he asked, what lies behind the black door? The general replied, freedom. But he continued, you see how it is with people. They always prefer the known to the unknown. And yet I gave him a choice. In all my years, few people have been brave enough to take the black door. I asked you this afternoon, what would you do if you were not afraid? What would you do if you were not afraid? How many doors to freedom have you remained shut because you passed the option because you wanted to choose a familiar? Just think about it in life. How many doors have remained shut because you preferred the familiar to the unfamiliar? Reminds me of the slaves in the United States in 1863. Abraham Lincoln passed the Emancipation Proclamation. Slaves are free, and yet many of them continue to live in slavery. C.S. Lewis said that a familiar captivity is often preferred to an unfamiliar freedom. A familiar captivity is often preferred to an unfamiliar freedom. And that's something for us to think about. Francis Chan, educator and author, is right. Our greatest fear should never be about failure, but succeeding at things in life that really do not matter. Does anyone know what is the second most commonly expressed emotion in daily life? You know what it is? It's regret. Love is the first, regret is the second. Regret is unique because it is not just, I wish I had done things differently. It is because I believe, had I done things differently, things would have been better. Very often, it is about missed opportunities. So, for example, why settle on simply making money when you can make a difference? Just ask Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, two of the wealthiest men in the world, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You can make a difference. You can become people of value. Graduates, face your fears and press forward with courage. And now you'll be pleased to note I conclude. And if anybody is sleeping, touch your neighbor and say, wake up for the conclusion. It has been my delight to deliver this commencement address. Class of 2018, I again offer you my heartiest congratulations. Remember three things. Become people of value by what? Focusing on service, developing a flexible skill set, and thirdly, facing your fears. I charge you now to go out and become people of value. If you learn, teach. If you get, give. Each one, touch one. Each one, touch one. May God guide you and bless you on your journey to make a difference and help change our region and our world. I thank you.
Thank you, Governor Antwine. I can see our graduands are inspired by your message and by the example of your life and have heard your life skills. We are indeed privileged to have had you with us here today. In recognition of your outstanding contributions to Grenada and to St. George's University through your service on the Monitoring Committee, St. George's University is proud to award you an honorary doctorate of humane letters. You will receive your honorary doctorate and your hood from President Olds.
Well, okay. I am deeply humbled by this high and special award. St. George University, I thank you and I humbly accept. Over the past 25 years of public service, I have faced rigorous examinations of both my character and my competence. Through them all, I have served with integrity, guided by my life's verse found in Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as if you were serving the Lord, not human masters. So, I want to give thanks with a grateful heart. First, to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for it is in Him we live and move and have our being. To my parents, who taught me the essence of life, which is to love God and love people. To my beautiful wife, Charmaine, who has been by my side for the last 21 years. Yeah, I know she looks like 21, but we were legal when we got married, trust me on that. For all of your love, your sacrifice, and your support. To our daughters, Cherise and Yana, because they keep me grounded. To my church family for their prayers. To my peers, my co-laborers in the vineyard of public service, nationally, regionally, internationally, for their partnership. To Prime Minister Mitchell, who saw me as a young economist in the Ministry of Finance and somehow thought I had potential and decided to give me more responsibilities. To the Grenadian people for their support and encouragement. And so, from all of me to all of you, thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Dr. Timothy Antwine. St. George's University would now like to recognize Dr. Theodore Hollis. Dr. Hollis first came to St. George's University in 1979 as a visiting professor in physiology. He had a distinguished career for almost a quarter of a century at Penn State University and kept coming annually as a visiting professor. He then joined us full-time in 1995 as both the Dean of the Graduate Program and the School of Arts and Sciences, posts that he held until 2003 and 2017. In recognition of his contributions to St. George's University, we would like to award him our highest award for service, the Distinguished Service Medal, which will be presented to him by President Olds.
I'm told on the schedule I'm supposed to make 2 minutes of comments. I thank you all very much. I came to Grenada 25 years ago. When I first came to Grenada in 1978, not 79, 78, this country embraced me, and for some reason I embraced Grenada. When I came back, I realized that the beauty of Grenada is not only the beauty of the country, but the beauty of the people. You people have made me feel at home. It has been a pleasure working with you and for you, and in some cases helping you. It has been a pleasure working with the university. I really think that my change in career to come here might have actually prolonged my life. So I accept this medal with great humility, and I thank all of you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Hollis, and congratulations, and we wish you well in the future. I now hand you back to Dean Easterpilcher.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for the School of Arts and Sciences, Miss Hailey Noel. Originally from Union, St. Mark, Hailey Noel attended the Samaritan Presbyterian Primary School, followed by MacDonald College for her secondary school education. During her time at MacDonald College, Miss Noel developed a keen interest in the social sciences and volunteerism. As a member of the school's young leaders, she worked collaboratively with fellow students, not only on entrepreneurial pursuits, but also on community cleanup and fundraising campaigns. Additionally, Miss Noel represented MacDonald College as the first speaker at the Grenleck debating competition. She graduated as the school's valedictorian in 2010, receiving an award for attaining the most CXC Grade 1 passes. After high school, Miss Noel completed an associate's degree in social sciences at T.A. Marichaud Community College, after which she taught for a year at St. Mark's Secondary School. In August 2014, she enrolled in the sociology program at St. George's University and continued her passion for volunteerism, working on child safety campaigns with her peers and the staff of St. Andrew Anglican Primary School. Miss Noel completed her bachelor's degree in sociology at SGU with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. and she intends to pursue her graduate studies in globalization and development. Her aim is to investigate disparities in development between the global north and south, to provide data that would inform developmental policy decisions throughout the Caribbean and beyond. Ms. Noel attributes her success to family support, self-discipline, and commitment to academic excellence, as well as to her academic advisor, her lecturers, and the wider university support systems. Please welcome our valedictorian for the School of Arts and Sciences, Miss Hailey Noel.
Distinguished guests, faculty, family and friends, graduates, good afternoon. Standing at this podium is surreal. It feels like it was just yesterday when I opened my acceptance letter to begin studies at this noble institution. But here I am 4 years later. I am honored and humbled to be delivering the Valedictorian Address on behalf of the graduating class of 2018. All of us have endured many trials and made tremendous sacrifices throughout our years of study to be graduating here today. And for that, we would like to congratulate ourselves. We did it. It is an amazing achievement and one that our families and friends should be very proud of. It is an immense challenge to speak on the behalf of the 2018 graduating class because we are such a diverse group. We are women and men who originate from different countries and hold a considerable range of life experiences. But there are several things we have in common. We have the resourcefulness to make our dreams a reality, to manage our limited financial resources in the face of hyperinflation in the cafeteria. Yes, I said it. And to manage our time well. Over the past 4 years, I know there are countless times when we had to say, no, I can't go out tonight, I have an assignment. Or to our loved ones, we say, I can't speak on the phone tonight, I have an 8:30 class. I know that for many of us, university life would have taken a toll on the quality of time we spent with our families. We would not have successfully completed this milestone in our lives without our family and friends who fueled us with support and motivation to keep going forward. To our lecturers, what can I say? You gave us at times some very painful exams, papers, and projects, but we got through it, we're here, and are much ready to take on the harder challenges that are to come. I thank you. On my side, I want to thank my ever-supportive mother, Helen, for being there for me when I needed her the most. Hi, Mom. My academic advisor, Dr. Ian Batiste, for encouraging me to pursue excellence at all times. To the larger university support system, I also say thank you. Do not be alarmed. But some of the finest lessons I have learned from St. George's University has not come from textbook or lectures or tutorials. Instead, they have come from my peers. Our journey was more meaningful because we shared it with one another. Undergraduate experience has allowed me to take the journey inward, forcing me to ask very deep existential questions. By the way, a well-rounded university experience is supposed to make us question the taken-for-granted assumptions about both our field of study and the world around us. And in my case, it did just that. Through interpersonal relationships on campus, we as graduates have developed a sense of belonging and admiration for this great university. In fact, SGU graduates have often been accused of not wanting to leave campus. What can I say? We keep coming back, not only to enjoy the scenic beauty, but to look for university administrators, faculty, and friends that made our journey here meaningful. I have often said university isn't about being the smartest person. It's about having a drive, strong work ethic, and dedication to succeed. It is about delayed gratification, of deciding what you want most over what you want now, to get you to a point where you can say, my hard work paid off, and I am proud of my efforts. Today signals the start of a new journey in our lives. We are well prepared to apply the tools and skill sets we have acquired. We are not afraid of the challenges that are to come. We are part of a generation that is changing the course of history. Fellow graduates, we can do anything. In the words of Henry Ford, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. I challenge you to push yourself harder and always aim higher, because in doing so, you will be successful. So, class of 2018, let us commit ourselves to the belief that we can accomplish anything and work every day to do so. Thank you all, good luck, and congratulations.
Thank you, Hailey, for that valedictorian address. It is now my pleasure to introduce the class speaker for the School of Graduate Studies, Dr. Jessica Patton. Dr. Patton was chosen from the 35 programs in the School of Graduate Studies whose graduates received a perfect 4.0. Dr. Patton was born in Minnesota. She grew up in Texas, and she went on to Bethel University, where she obtained a Bachelor of Science in Biology. She then worked for a number of years before she matriculated into our Council on Education for Public Health accredited MPH program in 2010. And as Hailey just mentioned, she's one of those graduates who never wanted to leave. She then matriculated into our MD program, and she graduates here today with a perfect 4.0 with her MBA in Multi-Sector Health Management. Multi-Sector Health Management. Hailey has Jessica has just also completed her board certification in public health, and she wants to use her MD, her MPH, her MBA, and her CPH to plan a career in global public health. But she's not stopping there. She has just matriculated into a doctoral program in health management and administration at the Central Michigan University, and she is going to do that while she works full-time. Please welcome our class speaker for 2018 for the School of Graduate Studies, Dr. Jessica Patton.
Thank you, Dr. McPherson, and greetings to you all, Governor Dr. Antwine, Baroness Howes, President Olds, SGU faculty and staff, distinguished guests, dear family and friends, and lastly, but certainly not least, my fellow graduates. Good afternoon. I am honored. I told myself I wasn't going to do this. I am honored to be class speaker on behalf of the School of Graduate Studies graduands today. What a privilege and honor to address y'all on such a memorable occasion. I'm sorry. This amazing school, SGU, and the beautiful island of Grenada, and so many precious people here. They all hold such a treasured piece of my heart and forming part of who I have become, and for that I will forever be indebted. I am so grateful for SGU, truly a pivotal part and role that it has played in my journey. I know that each individual here today, we have our own unique stories. I should not be standing here before you today, quite literally. Just a couple of examples. I barely survived a neonatal resuscitation from a traumatic birth when my mom had me. And at nearly 2, I was actually kidnapped. But thankfully returned to my family. Later, I developed a genetic degenerative disc disorder, and that just kind of complicated things. So it just does not seem possible. It feels quite surreal, actually, like I'm living a dream. I knew from childhood that I wanted to be in medicine. My interest in international medicine and global health was stirred as a young person, being exposed to overseas service learning trips and medical missions. This passion for helping others, an idea of making a difference in the world, it just fueled me. I loved school, and I told my mom at 8, I'll be a doctor someday. I loved being homeschooled. My sister and I, we could travel with my parents in full-time ministry. I finished high school at the top of my class at 17. Some life circumstances didn't allow me to head into college right away. I worked, and as I could, added to my education. I was first to attend and graduate college in my family. When my pre-med advisor first talked to me about studying internationally, he said, well, you can join your love of travel and global health and all your healthcare pursuits. He was explaining to me how SGU was #1. I was like, ooh, that sounds good. He said, I just know it's a perfect fit for you. So I jumped at the opportunity to apply. I was so thrilled to begin here at SGU, joining the MPH program. Then on to obtain my MD. I was so thankful for the support and the help that I received from SGU when I had to take some time off on 2 occasions because of my back. It altered my schedule a little bit, but I was wrapping up my last 3 clinical rotations when SGU offered acceptance for me into the MBA program. I was so grateful. This was great. I could participate, do my schoolwork while I was home in transition and actually recovering from major back surgery last year. So, 2 rods, 4 plates, 13 screws later, I stand here. So, when I say nothing's impossible, nothing is impossible. SGU, thank you so much for affording myself and all of us here today the opportunities that have brought us to where we are today. For many of us, if not all, getting to this point has not come without its share of challenges, which we all know. For me, a few time delays for my health. My sister, who's actually my only sibling, had a battle of cancer, and then loss of family members. But there was this deep knowing within me that my life had meaning, and there was something to attain and to accomplish in spite. So I'd talk to myself, say, Jessica, just keep pushing yourself. You've come so far, just don't give up. You can do it. Colin Powell said there are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from our failures. And Winston Churchill once said, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. We all know that struggles in life will come, but what I'd like to say is you get to decide. It is a choice for you to make the best of every situation and become stronger for it. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. This was composed by the inspiring and prolific author Helen Keller. We are blessed here today. We all have very special people in our lives who've influenced us. Much of my personal inspiration has come from my family. Having supreme examples of service, unconditional love, and integrity, giving of themselves selflessly to help and serve others, it just brings so many life benefits. I saw this demonstrated in my father and mother's lives 24/7. So thank you for your sacrifices, and happy Mother's Day. The late and beloved Reverend Billy Graham would say that God has given us two hands, one to receive with, but another to give with. I do strive to live my best self and walk accordingly to the moral commitment of the Golden Rule. My grandfather, who was my hero, he also dreamed of becoming involved in medicine, but providentially he headed down a different path. But he helped me to see that you can never go wrong doing right, and that there is great truth and much value in the lessons learned from reaping what you sow. Og Mandino, who was a renowned writer and speaker, said, "Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later." This is a little analogy. My grandpa would say, when you think on life's journey, picture climbing a mountain. There are steep inclines, sharp edges, and rough rocks, all in the way sometimes. But we may stumble and fall or get injured, but we keep going. At times, though, we may billow down to the lowest of valleys, but this in the valleys is where we grow, where you gain water and life sustenance. When we arrive and we reach the top, what of you? Awe-inspiring. Don't worry so much about what may lie ahead of you, but take a moment to pause and celebrate, such as we are doing here today. This view, though, remember, enables one to look back on all the peaks of life and the valleys that you've made it through. This is an ability to reflect on how far you've come, on what you've accomplished, being resolute that no matter what, you will reach the goal. Today is a great day of celebration, but I want to suggest, don't stop here. Make this world a better place. Make someone smile. You can make a difference. Keep working hard. Keep pushing yourself, pursuing your dreams, and I say achieve greatness. I am working alongside all of you to try to be an example, a leader. To triumph and to beat the odds, to not give up. And so my hope and my prayer today is that I can inspire and motivate you with my story to dream big and to aspire for that greatness. Remember, the journey does not just begin here today. You've already been on the journey, and you will continue to grow and add more value and inspiration to all those around you in your future journeys. I've taken this quote of Zig Ziglar's for my own application, but I would like it to be yours as well. You were designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with seeds of greatness. I would just like to thank a few today. God, for guiding my path from whom all blessings flow. My parents, for being my encouragers and supporters for all they've done and given up for my sister and I. To my sister, her husband, my nieces and nephews, thank you for the inspiration you bring to me. To all my other extended family and dear friends, and to my teachers, faculty, and staff of STU. Thank you all for the help and support that you've given me. Again, congratulations to the graduating class of 2018. I wish you all the very best in success and with your own story of greatness to come. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Jessica, for that motivational and passionate speech. We will now confer degrees on today's graduands from the School of Arts and Sciences, Graduate Studies, and the School of Medicine here at St. George's University. We will begin with those graduating here today from the School of Arts and Sciences. So, will the candidates for the Bachelor, I'm going to get emotional, of Arts, the Bachelor of Science, the Bachelor of Medical Sciences, or the Bachelor of Veterinary Medical Sciences, please stand. President Olds. These candidates have completed all requirements as directed by their faculty, and the faculty has certified them as being eligible for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Medical Science, or Bachelor of Veterinary Medical Sciences. It is my pleasure to present them to you for conferral of their degree.
I, G. Richard Olds, President of St. George's University, by virtue of the authority vested in me pursuant to the Grenadian Act of Parliament of 1976, as amended in 1996, upon the approvals of the faculty, deans, and board of trustees, do hereby confer the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Medical Science, or Bachelor of Veterinary Medical Science upon the members of this graduating class. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Olds. Please be seated. I now invite the undergraduate class to receive their diplomas. A number of undergraduates here today have been bestowed with honors cords. You'll see them as they cross the stage. These honors include cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude status. Additionally, the colored cords represent the students' active membership in the undergraduate student organizations and symbolize their commitment and service to the Grenadian and university communities. The recognition these graduates receive today marks only the beginning of a lifetime filled with leadership, professionalism, and commitment to others. I now invite the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Sciences graduates to the stage. Graduates, please hand your name card to Ms. Xanafa Payne, Assistant Dean in the School of Arts and Sciences. As your name is called, please walk across the stage to the President, who will present you with your diploma. I ask our guests not to interrupt the ceremony by standing to take pictures, but if you must, please stand to the side so that everyone can have an opportunity to see.
Hailey Noel, Sociology, Grenada. Summa cum laude. Leshe Senak, Medical Sciences, Grenada. Summa cum laude. Arlena Mark, Psychology, Grenada. Robin Brown, Biology, Marine Wildlife and Conservation Biology, Antigua and Barbuda. Saditha Benjamin, Marine Wildlife and Conservation Biology, Grenada, cum laude. Quincy Augustine, Biology, Marine Wildlife and Conservation Biology, Grenada. Navina Francis, Biology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Koketsu Jeffrey, Biology, Grenada and Canada, magna cum laude. Keisha Bernard, Biology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Kareem Charles, Biology, Grenada, cum laude. Marla Glean, Biology, Grenada, summa cum laude. Curtisha Charles, Biology, Grenada. Shanta Harford, Biology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Joycelyn Narain, Biology, Grenada, summa cum laude. Shania Louison, Biology, Grenada. Jonelle Johnson, Biology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Callum Noel, Marine Wildlife and Conservation Biology, Grenada. Kimberly Moonsami, Biology, St. Lucia. Nikita McLean, Biology, Trinidad and Tobago. Lawrence Hadid, Biology, Grenada. Rebecca Lewis, Biology, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, cum laude. Shadina Law, Biology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Kahani Julian, Biology, Grenada, summa cum laude. Canel St. Clair, Biology, Grenada. Tyann Mitchell, Biology, Grenada. Randy Stevens, Biology, Dominica. Chad Griffith, Biology, Grenada. Charles Peters, Biology, Grenada. Shanna Pascal, Biology, Grenada. Nadine Joseph, Biology, Grenada. Ramona Latouche, Biology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Karima St. Hilaire, Biology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Alicia Knight, Biology, Grenada. Ava McIntyre, Biology, Grenada, cum laude. Linda Noel, Biology, Grenada, cum laude. Lily Welsh, Biology, Grenada. Abigail Hunt, Biology, Grenada. Candice Penny, Biology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Listra Williams, Biology, Grenada, cum laude. Dane Reed, Biology, Jamaica, cum laude. Catherine Steele, Management, Grenada, cum laude. Nikisha Thomas, Management, Grenada, magna cum laude. Oluwafemi Oshikanalu, Accounting and Finance, Grenada. Corey Snag, Management, Grenada. I don't need it. Maisha Holder, Accounting and Finance, Grenada. Renee Latouche, International Business, Grenada. Mohammed Patel, Accounting and Finance and Business Management, Grenada, magna cum laude. Nazir Jassat, Accounting and Finance and Business Management, Grenada, cum laude. Richard Aliff, Accounting and Finance, Grenada, cum laude. Shireen Mark, Management, Grenada, cum laude. Irene Lewis, Accounting and Finance, minor in Management, Grenada, cum laude. Alicia George, International Business, Grenada, cum laude. Keston Calise, Management, Grenada. Claire Licorice, Accounting and Finance, Grenada. Trisha Brown, International Business, Grenada. Abigail Gibson, Accounting and Finance, Grenada. Abigail Nelson, Accounting and Finance, Grenada. Tanisha Adams, Management, Grenada, magna cum laude. Alicia Felix, Management, Grenada, magna cum laude. Leniel Andrews, Management, Grenada. Keltus Regis, Accounting and Finance, Grenada. Shante Smith, Management, Grenada. Nihanda Parks, Management, Grenada, cum laude. Rhea Samuel, Accounting and Finance and Business Management, Grenada, cum laude. Rihanna Crystal Warren, International Business, Grenada, cum laude. Maureen Dera Varere, International Business, Dominica, cum laude. Dwayne Date, International Business, Grenada. Shakira Simon, Management, Grenada, magna cum laude. Tamika James, Accounting and Finance, Grenada. Kathy Ann St. John, Management, Grenada. Bassie Mitchell, Marketing, Grenada. Barbara Bernard, International Business, Grenada. Nicole Paul, International Business, Grenada. Shari Francois, International Business, Grenada. Crystal Nelson, Management, Grenada. Scott Matthew, International Business, Grenada. Dean Kalika, Information Technology, Grenada. Cheyenne John, Information Technology, Grenada, summa cum laude. Michael Masaki, Information Technology, Grenada. Kareem Gilbert, Information Technology, Grenada. Karan Budrani, Information Technology, Grenada. Sharmia Rodney, Information Technology, Grenada. Stephen John, Information Technology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Brioni Banfield, Information Technology, Grenada. Akima Ventu, Information Technology, Grenada, cum laude. Kamala Donald, Psychology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Delona McMeo, Psychology, Grenada. Angie Williams, Psychology, Grenada, summa cum laude. Raydonna Wilkinson, Psychology, Grenada. Betty Rennie Forbes, Psychology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Delicia Richardson, Sociology, Grenada. Lynette Thomas, Sociology, Grenada, cum laude. Hazmina Bola, Sociology, Grenada. Sharama Sylvester, Sociology, Grenada. Elizabeth Griffith Japal, Sociology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Skeeter Charles, Psychology, Grenada. Natasha Marshall, Psychology, Grenada. Trinisha Isaac, Psychology, Grenada. Carshel Roberts, Psychology, Grenada. Naomi Hannah Fraser, Psychology, Caracou. Sheba DeRoche, Psychology, Pity Martinique, cum laude. Marsha Jones, Psychology, Grenada. Tamisha Fletcher, Psychology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Peter Ledlow, Psychology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Akima Danielle Ambrose, Psychology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Mia Belfon, Psychology, Grenada. Akima Charles, Psychology, Grenada, magna cum laude. Anika Charles, Psychology, Grenada. Bernil Malcolm, Psychology, Grenada, summa cum laude. Keisha Alexander, Psychology, Karakou, magna cum laude. Karine Mitchell, Psychology, Grenada. Kayla Patterson, Liberal Studies Psychology, Grenada. Chanel Julian, Psychology, Grenada, cum laude. Cindy Pope, Psychology, Grenada.
I now invite the graduates for the Bachelor of Medical Sciences and Bachelor of Veterinary Medical Sciences to the stage. Graduates, please hand your name card to Ms. Xanafa Payne, Assistant Dean in the School of Arts and Sciences. As your name is called, please walk across the stage to the President, who will present you with your diploma.
Jessica Anthony, Medical Sciences, Guyana. Simi Maharaj, Medical Sciences, Trinidad and Tobago. Christian Hadid, Medical Sciences, Grenada. Shanil Malcolm, Veterinary Medical Sciences, Grenada.
All right, undergraduate class, will you please stand up? Now, this is a big deal. Please turn your tassels to the left side of your cap. And as Dean Hollis would say, that's the other side. I am so proud of every single one of you. Yeah. So, please be seated. I now hand you back to Dean McPherson.
We will now confer degrees on the graduands of the School of Graduate Studies. Will the candidates for the Masters of Business Administration, Master of Public Health, Master of Arts in Clinical Community Psychology, and Master of Science please stand. President Hollis, these candidates have completed all requirements as set by their faculty, and their faculty have certified them as being eligible for the award of Master of Business Administration, Master of Public Health, Master of Arts, or Master of Science. It is my pleasure to present them to you for conferral of their degrees.
Thank you. I, G. Richard Olds, President of St. George's University, by virtue of the authority vested in me pursuant to the Grenada Act of Parliament of 1976 as amended in 1996, upon approval of the faculty, the deans, and the Board of Trustees, do hereby confer the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Masters of Public Health, Masters of Arts in Clinical Community Psychology, and Master of Science upon the members of this graduating class. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Hollis. Graduates, please be seated. We will begin, and I invite the graduates of the Masters of Business Administration to the stage. Please hand your name card to Dr. Anthony Andel, the Deputy Chair of the Department of Business and Management Sciences, and then process on to the stage to Dr. Sean Best, who will hood you, and then process on to President Hollis, who will present you with your diploma.
Dr. Jessica Patton, MBA, Multi-Sector Health Management, USA. Stefan Hippolyte, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Jenny Alexander, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Elizabeth Calise, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Adele Oliver, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Elton Charles, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Esther Isaac, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Merlin Horsford James, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Samantha Antwine Purcell, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Annie Primus, MBA, International Business, St. Kitts and Nevis. Anika Houston, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Limon Buckmeyer, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Kira Bailey Richards, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Marcus Samuel, MBA, International Business, Grenada. Osbert Cox, MBA, International Business, Carriacou. Leenwald Perrott, MBA, International Business, Grenada.
I now invite the graduates of the Masters of Public Health to the stage. Please hand your name cards to Mr. Kennedy Roberts, instructor in the Department of Public Health and Preventive Medicine, then process on to the stage to be hooded by Dr. Satish Badesi, the Assistant Dean in the School of Graduate Studies and the Deputy Chair of the Department of Public Health and Preventive Medicine. Some of our MPH graduates have been inducted into the Gamma Kappa chapter of the Delta Omega Honor Society, the oldest public health honor society in the world. It was started in 1924 at Johns Hopkins University, and as their name is called, they will also be indicated whether they've been inducted into the honor society. And when they come to the stage, Dr. Badesi will not only hood them, he will present them with a stole and also with their certificate. And then process on to the president, who will present you with your diploma.
Denver Welsh, Environmental and Occupational Health, Grenada. Arisa Noel, Epidemiology, Grenada.
Jeline John, Epidemiology, Grenada. Chanel McBain, MD, MPH, USA. Bianca Punch, Environmental and Occupational Health, Grenada. Hailey Crandell, Environmental and Occupational Health, USA. Francesca Telesford, Environmental and Occupational Health, USA and Grenada.
I now invite the graduates from our charter class of the MA in Clinical Community Psychology to the stage. These are special graduates. There will only be one charter class. So as you come to the stage, please hand your name card to Dr. MacDonald, the Associate Dean in the School of Graduate Studies, and then process onto the stage to be hooded by Dr. Barbara Langdon, the Director of the Psychological Services Centre, and then process on to President Olds to receive your diploma.
Lil James, M.A., Clinical Community Psychology, Grenada. Nicole B. Johnson James, M.A., Clinical Psychology, Grenada. Lindy Kashima Richmond, M.A. Clinical Psychology, Grenada. Sally Palmer, M.A. Clinical Psychology, Grenada. Diana Samuel, M.A. Clinical Psychology, Grenada. Lenise Williams Paul, M.A. Clinical Psychology, Grenada. Go on, Laurel. Laurel Caton George, M.A. Clinical Psychology, Grenada. Charlene Morris, M.A. Clinical Psychology, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Cedric E. Thomas, M.A. Clinical Psychology, British Virgin Islands. Donette Narine, M.A. Clinical Psychology, Grenada. Erinique Ingram, M.A. Clinical Psychology, the Bahamas. Kemi Virgin, right? Virgin. Kemi Bergen, M.A. Clinical Psychology, Trinidad and Tobago.
I now invite our graduate with the Masters of Science in Microbiology, Ms. Nikisha Bartholomew, to the stage. You will be hooded by the chair of your supervisory committee, Dr. Svetlana Kotelnikova. Let's give another round of applause for all the graduates in the School of Graduate Studies. Our commencement ceremony for the Doctor of Medicine and Doctor of Veterinary Medicine is held in New York every year in June. In recognition that we have a growing number of regional graduates who would like to participate in this commencement ceremony, Chancellor Modica agreed to this 4 years ago, and we're very happy to have them participate in this ceremony. And I'd now like to invite Dr. Donald Noel, the Associate Dean of Clinical Studies in the School of Medicine, to the podium.
We will now confer the degrees for the graduates from the School of Medicine. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Medicine please stand? President Olds, these candidates have completed all requirements as directed by the faculty, and the faculty has certified them as being eligible for the Doctor of Medicine degree. It is my pleasure to present them to you for conferral of the degrees.
Thank you. I, G. Richard Olds, MD, President of St. George's University, by virtue of the authority vested in me pursuant to the Grenadian Act of Parliament in 1976, as amended in 1996, Upon approvals of the faculty, the deans, and the Board of Trustees, do hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Medicine upon the members of this graduating class. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Olds. I now invite the Doctor of Medicine candidates to the stage. Please hand your name cards to Dr. Walter Kolbinger, Assistant Dean of Basic Science in the School of Medicine, and then process onto the stage where I will have the pleasure of holding you, and then process to President Olds, who will present you with your diplomas.
Astrid Ross, Doctor of Medicine, Trinidad and Tobago. Neelakash Behari, Doctor of Medicine, Trinidad and Tobago. Felicia Joseph, Doctor of Medicine, Trinidad and Tobago. Jamie Williams, Doctor of Medicine, Grenada. Kevlian Andrew, Doctor of Medicine, Grenada. Brandon Ferreira, Doctor of Medicine, Trinidad and Tobago. Darius Chaimongal, Doctor of Medicine, Trinidad and Tobago. Mikhail Muradali, Doctor of Medicine, Trinidad and Tobago.
Graduates of the Doctor of Medicine degree, please remain standing to recite the academic oath, which is located near the back of your program. I also would like to invite all physicians in the audience to stand and join with us. I swear by Almighty God, searcher of all hearts, that I shall practice the profession of medicine with utmost diligence and purity of conduct, that, ever faithful to St. George's University, I shall endeavor to promote the art of healing. This is the regimen I prescribe will be for the good of my patients, according to my ability and my judgment. Nor shall I willfully prescribe to cause any harm, nor maliciously to cause the death of anyone. Finally, that all things seen or heard in the exercise of my profession, which not be divulged, I will keep secret and will never reveal, except for the most weighty reasons. May God help me faithfully to keep this oath, that I may enjoy my life and the practice of my art respected by all people and in all times. Congratulations to the Doctor of Medicine graduates. I now return you to Dean Esther Pilcher.
Would everyone now please stand for the closing benediction, which will be given by Reverend James.
Let us pray. And now the God of intellect, the God of truth, the God of health, the God of academia, bless each one of us, bless each one of the graduates, bless each one of the new doctors, even as we go, now and forevermore. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend James. Please be seated. Thank you all for being such a wonderful audience. Let's join in tribute with a rousing round of applause for today's promising young men and women. This commencement ceremony was put together by the graduation committee, which comprised many staff and faculty. And I take this opportunity of congratulating them on getting us all to the right place, at the right time, on the right day, and for such a wonderful ceremony. Let us give them a round of applause for their hard work in making this commencement ceremony so memorable. There we go. I do want to say Happy Mother's Day. This is a nice gift to all the mothers of the graduates out there in the audience. So please remain seated while the Grand Marshal, President Olds, and the Dias Party lead the recessional from the hall. You are all invited to celebrate this momentous occasion with us at Louis and Marianne Modica Hall. Good luck and Godspeed.